I make random noise.
Show and Tell podcast after dark. Show and Tell podcast after dark. Today was supposed to be a DJ panel. We only got one DJ. Anyway, can I get you guys to go around, introduce yourselves, tell us what you do?
Gambit Go Hard, Enterprise Squad, DJ, music producer, engineer, everything.
Most generous. I'm a producer, actor, the whole shebang, the whole nine. Come meet the family. Period.
I'm Mahalia. Everybody calls me Mrs. Molly. I'm a party promoter and event planner. So yeah.
I'm Jermaine Kelly, guitarist, hip hop artist, producer, kind of like a Swiss Army knife. Stop. Not by choice, it just had to adapt, I guess.
AKA Jack of all trades, huh?
Period.
Dude, hate Jack of all trades.
Yeah,
They're always so unfocused. Anyway, so we started talking about DJing. How did you get into DJing?
Honestly, I was producing and stuff first, and DJing is just one of those things where it's just like it's kind of easier, well not easier, but like as far as getting a name and a brand out there. So I'm kind of pulling my DJ Khaled shit, my Dr. Dre shit, get on my DJ tip, get known, stuff like that. Then start putting out records that I produce, whatnot. Start working with other artists,
And where do you usually DJ? Do you DJ like hood rat events, or like are you going to you in the clubs? Like what do you usually DJ?
Like most people, I started off doing a lot of house parties, cookout stuff like that, and probably like 2013, I would say I kind of stopped DJing. I went to school from audio engineering, so I kind of just started DJing again like 2-3 years ago. So I'm kind of like building my brand and stuff like that back up. But right now I'm doing, I'm at the Spot Lounge every Thursday, Jam Rock Thursday, and wherever I get in where I fit in, for the most part.
Is Boston super cliquey when it comes to like selecting DJs and shit? You're saying yes.
Very.
Oh man.
Very. If you're not known, or if you don't have those connects, then you gonna get looked over regardless of how good you are. Period.
Can I tap in on that?
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's just, I feel like personally, from what I see as like a promoter, I see the same DJs on every event, and there's no issue with that. A lot of the DJs are really good DJs, so, I give them their props. But it's like, I feel like there's a lot of DJs that deserve that platform. I rocked with a lot of sounds and DJs that I know are really good, and just don't get the opportunity because everybody's going to pick their favorites every single time. And it's kind of like, I'd like to switch it up. And then you'll see the crowd complaining, oh, there's no new music. There's no, nobody's playing new stuff or whatever. And it's like, you don't bring new DJs. There's a lot of the older head DJs and the DJs that are always playing all the time that are getting used to it. So they're going to play the same stuff that they know that the crowd's going to get hyped to. They know how to organize it so the crowd's going to get hyped. And it's just like, where's the je ne sais quoi? Like,
Right.
I think pre-pandemic, when I was going hard as a videographer and I was shooting like clubs and shit like that, I would always see like DJ Real P, Big Tunes, and then DJ Miro destroys my WhatsApp.
Yeah.
He sends me like a flyer every day. I think I have like 125 unread messages from him. But yeah, I do see the same DJs all the time, but they're cool people.
Yeah, and I think also like I feel like DJs are like the hearts of every party. Like no matter what, like it can be like, cause me, like I used to do security at ICA, and like when like the DJs, whoever the DJs would be, they would make sure like they would have old school joints, a little bit of reggae, a little bit of dancehall, Afro beats, and all that. And I feel like, you like I feel like DJs, like they don't get the props that they deserve. So like, do you feel like in Boston it's more like hard getting those props, especially like if you're like
most definitely. If you don't necessarily have a name or people don't really know you, then people don't ever want to mess with somebody who doesn't have a name. Period. Once you have a name, then everybody messes with you. Everybody rocks with you. Everybody wants to book you. Everybody wants to say they know you. But when you're on up and coming, nobody wants to. Oh yeah, I know him. Who's that? Nobody wants to do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's always gonna be hard to get your props, regardless. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's like you just gotta keep pushing. Cause one thing I did realize is that when you're on the come up and you don't really have a name and you don't have those cosigns, your crowd becomes way more organic than most people. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, when you do have your own event, or when your crowd does come out, you already know what to do because they've been paying attention to you for so long.
Yeah. So grassroots is basically the way.
Yeah, that's the bro.
I was gonna say, do DJs like undercut each other a lot too? Like, I'll do this for like $100, and then they fuck up the game. Like, I know a lot of videographers are doing that shit.
I can't speak for everybody else, but I know for me, because of the fact that I'm not a household name and I don't got a lot of stuff going on. Like, if I go and charge what I feel like I should be charging, I'll get overlooked. Oh nah, why would I book you when I can pay so and so this person? So I can't break arms right now. So I got a reason. I gotta, you know what I'm saying, for the sake of just being able to still get, because at the end of the day you still gotta get your name out there. You still got a brand. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Still though, DJs definitely do undercut other DJs. I've definitely seen it. I've been in a couple, like in the Caribbean scene, a couple of sounds and stuff, and there'll be DJs who will charge like $50 for an event. So like the $100 DJ,
it's like slavery.
No, but I'm just using these numbers as example. But I've heard DJs charging $50. Anyway, $50 for an event versus $100 for an event. And people will go with the $50 DJ because they don't want to pay bread, and it'll be a DJ with their name out enough that people will see the name and be like, oh, I know that person. Okay, cool, let's pop out. Rather than going with the DJ who is quality, or let me not say quality because I'm about to get myself in trouble. But people more to their name, more to them, and people just don't want to pay what they're worth. I've seen that a lot. People don't want to pay what DJs are worth. They want to cut, corners and, pay cheap.
And you're dating a DJ, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Quick question. quick question. There's like and you're around a lot of DJs too, right?
Yeah.
Do you think a lot of DJs get more like vagina or like penis because they're DJs?
So I'm not gonna talk about my boyfriend because no, we're gonna leave that.
Do you get jealous? Does he have groupies? Everybody that I seen a whole bunch of girls love going to clubs and like, I know that DJ, and they try to hang out by the booth. That doesn't happen to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I definitely see it. Not a lot though. It used to happen in. Okay, so I also dated a DJ before in my past.
Oh, you're a DJ person. You're
no, don't do that. Okay, no, but I've dated a DJ before, and that was bad. That was toxic. This DJ. He's not toxic. He's healthy. This is a great relationship. My last boyfriend, he knows about it. Toxic. He would have. DJ toxic. I remember, bro. It was. No, but like I remember being in parties where his ex-girlfriend, his baby mother, his next girlfriend, his old ting, the ting he was trying to fuck that night would all be in a party. Not so, because I almost got into fights too many times. I didn't know. So like, there are some DJs that have a bad rep. There are a lot of DJs that have a bad rep, but there's also a lot of DJs that don't. I know a lot of DJs that are in very happy marriages, very happy relationships.
That's boring.
This guy.
That's so boring.
This guy. Come on, like,
actually, though, because like there's chicks that fight in parties all the time. He can attest to it. Because Jamrock Thursdays. Sometimes I really love Jamrock Thursdays. Don't get it twisted. I love me some Jamrock Thursdays. Pull up every Thursday at the spot in Brockton. But there's some stories from Jamrock Thursdays.
Like if you gonna be the DJ that's gonna have all these females coming and fighting all the time, you become a liability.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly.
I'm not booking him. He's gonna have a whole bunch of females fighting here, and then the party's gonna finish early.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. Parties will get shut down because the cops getting called, fighting
he
happening. It's a big thing.
He be fucking my girl all the time. Now niggas are coming to shoot your party up just because they mad.
Yup.
That's insecurity, though. I mean, you can't.
Yeah, but
it's not
exactly. But
insecurity,
you can't control other people's actions.
You can't control your groupies.
You can if you're not fucking them.
But like the thing is, like
A groupie for someone who just want to pop out, that's cool. But once you start fucking them, you
Fucked up.
engaged. You
Liability.
engaged.
I think, but like at the end of the day, you are an entertainer, so that's a responsibility you gotta like maintain. Like the best of the best in entertainment know how to handle that. If you're not the best of the best, I feel like you'll submit to it and give into it, and that's when shit goes south.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of DJs that are good at it. There's a lot of DJs that are good at it, but not all of them. And that's when parties get shut down, and you.
Even so, I think
It's
even when the
real
party gets
shit,
shut down,
though.
at least I had a good time. If I had to pay for like the venue and stuff like that, then it would be bad. But I like watching fights at parties.
Nah, bro. That's my thing. Well, you got a point. Nah, I definitely like to watch a fight at a party, but I get tight. You cutting the party off at 12:00 because this bitch is fighting outside. I don't like that.
But what if you saw a good knockout? You're gonna be like, I didn't get to shake my.
No.
You have something to talk about.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. It's gonna be on Facebook all day. You're gonna be embarrassed. Are you not embarrassed?
Can you talk to us about the promoting culture in Boston?
It's ghetto. No, promoting in Boston is definitely, it's an experience. It's like trying to get your name out there. If you don't have a crew with you, it's a lot like DJing. Like I've noticed like a lot of parallels between DJing and promoting. It's like if you don't have a crew around you that is already in that scene, already connected, it's kind of hard to get in there. And part of the reason why like I claim to I retire every 3 years. Like I get a moment where I'm just like I'm tired of not getting paid and tired of, getting paid like $30 because I got 3 people on my Eventbrite list and, whatever the case may be. Like that's whack. Like I put in work, sharing your flyer, word of mouth, and then on top of that, I'm always in the Caribbean scene, so I get into the party, I get people dancing, I'm dancing on people, I'm doing all the work in the party, and you're paying me like $10. Like, no, that's whack.
$10 a person you dance on, or just $10?
No, $10.
Okay.
Don't do that. I see what you're trying to do.
I'm just saying that might be an algorithm that you want to
Nah.
Oh God.
You forced it. No, but I definitely feel like if you're not in the in crowd, it's hard. Especially like there was a period of time when I was like right out of college, I was trying to do the whole like club promoting thing. That didn't work because that's the whole Eventbrite thing, and I would have people pull up to the club that I was sharing the flyer to. I would tell them like, hey, pull up, come on my Eventbrite link, but they would come on somebody else's Eventbrite link, and I'm like,
you fake.
as fuck.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like if you don't have like a crazy following or whatever, it's just really hard. So, and I've been doing this since like maybe like 6 years now. I've been promoting.
Okay.
And I'm just like I'm just now recently starting to get like paid. Like I'm starting to tell people like, hey, I charge this much. So if you're not paying me, I'm not doing it. But people literally overlook me with the DJ thing. They'll literally overlook me, find another promoter that's willing to do it for like free. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing it for exposure. People know my name. I'm Miss Molly. Like, stop playing with me.
Miss Molly.
Miss Molly. Oh yeah.
But I think it's kind of like just people in general, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'll put out whatever the fucking be like, hey, come to the show, and they'll be like, yeah, I'll be there, right? And they just don't come. Like, to each his own, bro.
Exactly,
Like,
though.
Bro,
Exactly.
like earlier I had a music video, right? And mind you, it's a whole month. We had everybody in advance. Like, yo, this is where we're gonna go. Nobody came.
finicky, bro.
It,
Like,
it'd be
crazy.
like that. It'd be like that though. So it's like,
But that, to me, like, it's just kind of something you got to account for.
yeah, of course.
Like, I'll put it out there. I don't expect anything. Never expect, right? Maybe I'm doing something wrong as an entertainer. Like, maybe you're just not fuck with my shit. But like, I put it out. I think at the end of the day, the only thing you can do is kind of like, hey, come through if you like. people who fuck with it will come,
Exactly.
and that word will spread,
Exactly.
right? So
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Oh, and also, I wanted to ask too. So like, there's a saying where it's like, how can you be an international DJ if you ain't got no passport? So do you feel like traveling is very essential, especially in the DJ market or being a DJ, or is it possible that you can be able to find ways to reach out without really moving a muscle, or is it a
Nowadays you can. Social media, it's a big platform. You know what I mean? Like I put out mixes. Most of my mixes are not even from Boston. Not like most of my views, like my listens, either from New York or Canada or London or something like that. You know what I mean? So people's out there, people listening. You know what I mean? And then when you travel, that's when you got to put in the groundwork. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days, maybe not, because you know you had to actually get up and go and, you know what I'm saying? Think about it like as an artist. Back in the days, they had to write fan letters. They had to write fan letters and read fan mail. Now all you gotta do is just go online and just do a little tweet, open a couple DMs. You know what I'm saying? So you can really connect with your people. So
Yeah, no, that's definitely like the power of TikTok, the power of Twitter, the power
TikTok.
TikTok's amazing. I've
Oh,
seen a lot
TikTok
of
is
DJs.
It
I've
just
seen a lot
feels
of
weird.
people.
I just feel like you shouldn't be over like 22 with a TikTok.
Why not?
I mean, maybe
I'm
it's different now.
offended.
Maybe it's different now.
I be lit on TikTok. Don't zoom me.
oh.
Wait, before
I
we
plead
get to
the
that,
fifth.
can you plug us with where you put your mixes down?
I put all my mixes down on SoundCloud. So SoundCloud, Gambit Go Hard. You know what I mean? Gambit Go Hard on everything, just about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so all my mixes are on there. I've been slacking on putting them on YouTube, but I'm trying to get them on YouTube also. But yeah,
You on TikTok too?
yeah, I'm on TikTok.
Oh man, you be doing like the voiceover and stuff.
Nah, and I do challenges. So I'll probably make like a quick little mix.
Yo,
do a
his
challenge.
challenges,
Okay.
bro.
Yo,
the
his
challenges
challenges
be
be-
lit,
What
bro.
what are the challenges like?
The bouncy challenge. Listen, do the bouncy challenge. I did a bouncy challenge, a couple of videos. Go check out my bouncy challenge.
What the hell is the bouncy challenge?
So
We might add it at the end.
Bro. I can do the bouncy challenge for you, shit now. No, I'm not gonna do the
I
bouncy
thought it was
challenge.
like it sounds like it's like a twerking thing. Like,
Yeah,
So
basically, low-key. I mean, like, if you have a waistline, like, you know, a real Caribbean waistline, like Rihanna, whatever, then, you know, it's not just twerking. You know, you could do some tricks in there. I did some tricks.
isn't that just twerking with tricks?
No,
Oh, okay.
twerking and whining are not the same thing. Don't get me
Oh,
started.
you didn't say whining. You said bouncing. So I was like, you said
Well,
bounce.
yeah, no, bouncy challenge, but you can bounce and whine.
all
I've
right.
never seen that.
So I grew up.
It's possible.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
All right, I grew up in like the North Shore, like suburbs of.
He has no idea what you're talking about.
I heard rumors, and I was like a 85 to 90% chance I'll fail this challenge.
Yeah, maybe.
Where
I didn't mean to
what
interrupt.
website can I go to get better at this? Is there?
Website?
Oh no, you gotta go to a. Nah, there's no website, bro.
Nah, you gotta.
You gotta
it's
go
like,
to a party.
You,
You
Is
gotta
there-
look.
you know how back in the day, like
there a-
the
is-
old, like real African American, like down south parents used to just push
Yeah.
you into the pool.
Yeah.
That's how
Yeah.
you learn how to
It's
swim.
kinda like
That's
that.
what you gotta do. You just gotta go.
Is
Like
there
find
like
your
a?
nearest real Caribbean ass party and just go in there.
Is there
like go to K's and just go in there.
Is,
You gotta sweat out all the social. You gotta sweat out all the social awkwardness and rhythmless moves. You just gotta go in.
you mean no robots?
Yo, you know what I mean? You gotta go in there,
So-
dance with a girl.
Is there a seminar or a summit I can go to?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this.
My
though.
best
If you
advice.
pull up-
My best advice is go to a carnival or go
Oh,
to a
Yes!
big
yeah.
That brings me to
Yes.
my next question too.
Yes.
Oh, you gotta just pretend you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Choose a
He'll be
flag.
No, I'm
fine.
telling you, if you're handsome enough, like, no, girls love a dude just standing there. Like, I'll tell you, there was this one Worcester Carnival a couple of years ago. There was a bunch of frat boys just chilling.
No stush.
No, bro, they
No
was out there just
stush.
like, you know, with their Jamaican flags, a whole bunch of white boys. Just out there with their Jamaican
Flags,
flags,
some Budweisers.
heavy on the Budweisers. So just out there waving the Jamaican flags, and I'm sitting there like, ooh, and I'm with my girls. Me and
Breaking shit.
you didn't see that. No, but me and a bunch of I get animated. I'm sorry. But me and a bunch of girls, all from Worcester Carnival, like bunch of girls, you see masqueraders, feathers everywhere,
Oh, yes.
just dancing on these dudes, like just chilling. They're
You
sitting
just
there like,
appease their jungle fever.
yes.
Did you wasn't there some type of event that just happened? It was a Caribbean.
Yes.
What was it?
Suave.
Suave.
Suave. Is that new?
No.
Really?
It's
I heard
like-
it was a Juve, but it's like something else.
It's a
No, it's
Juve
a
party.
Juve.
So Juve just paint, powder, the messiness.
Some mud.
Yeah, mud, oil, all that. That's
Dirty and
Juve.
stink, but please wash your ass before you come.
Yes.
Nah. You need to
Wash
stink.
the coochie, honey.
No.
Listen.
But then Suave. Then
No,
Suave as well.
I'm just like, it
Suave as
sounds
well.
obvious, but
It's
you'd
a
be
Juve party.
surprised.
Oh wait.
That's all it is. It's a Juve effect. So Juve, you know what I'm saying?
Old
If you
Spice.
don't think about like Carnival, Juve is before Carnival. So Juve is the, you know what I'm saying, right early in the morning. Everybody go to Juve, get dirty, have fun. Later on the day, Carnival happens, or the next day, Carnival happens.
So what's this? What's this is the first time I'm hearing
It's
it.
a Juve effect. You know what
So
I'm saying?
Juve is just I guess the act of getting dirty and stink. And, there's Juve parties, which Suave is one of them. And
Okay.
Suave is, one of the many Juve parties. There's also like SSS, which is a Juve that happens all across the country. They have like different locations. There's there's a bunch of different
It's like
ones that
the
happen everywhere.
equivalency of a pool party. You know what I'm saying? You have a pool party, and there's a name. You know what I'm saying? It's a theme. So
Yeah.
but it's just different people throwing it, things like that. But it's still a pool party. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I just want to talk trash about pool parties because I shoot pool parties, right? Black people in pool parties is like terrible. It's like it's everybody standing around the pool and nobody goes in it.
Right.
Well, unless here's the thing though, because unless you're Caribbean, because I did see there's this one pool party that happened in ATL for Carnival, and there was people in the water. I was
Carnival? Go ahead, sir.
yes they do. I heard it's not very good, but I
Yeah,
haven't
SeaWorld.
experienced it.
Look at see.
It's SeaWorld, man.
Oh my God.
Wait, SeaWorld's a wild comparison, bro.
Yes.
Whole lot of fish, man. There.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Hey,
Anyway.
there is.
Anyway.
Oh wait. Oh, I'm sorry.
Anyway.
I wanted to
Elevate
to
to
get
it.
back on Carnival, right? So like, do you feel like the Caribbean community is more divisive on Carnival lately, or has it been different in the past like few 10 years, 8 years or so?
I don't know if it would be different, but I mean, I'm a Soca baby. I'm a Soca head. I love Soca. I love Carnival. So I don't really got too much badness to say about Carnival. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just say anybody who's never been should go and experience it, because that's definitely one of those experiences where it's like, if you don't know how to dance, I guarantee you either gonna learn that day, or you gonna want to learn. You gonna want to learn.
Oh, yeah, you definitely gonna wanna
You
learn.
gonna learn. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's different. Like for you go to a dancehall party. You know what I'm saying? There's dances, the people would dance, things like that. But a lot of the times, people probably just go just to listen to music and chill. You know what I'm saying? Like when you have like dancehall music, you got like gunman tunes, and you have different types of different type of stuff. But when it comes to soca music, it's all about dancing. It's all about girls. It's all about getting drunk and having a fun time.
Yeah.
All the songs, every song.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's just like that's usually what it's all about.
That's,
Low key, like, please, this is honest. Let me know when this shit happens. Like my boys and I would love to come to that shit.
When? Carnival?
Whenever the fuck. Yeah, hell yeah.
Bro, listen.
All right, you guys are scaring me now.
No, because
No,
let
forget
me-
it. Forget I said anything. I'm just.
because you got me
Seriously.
excited, bro. Because there's mad events. So Carnival's happening in August, and there's apparently
Sounds
this year they're
hot.
doing,
Sounds hot. Like,
in more than one way.
forget it.
Yeah.
Going
Temperature,
to the Haitian
okay?
float. Oh man, they go ham.
Wait.
You're gonna get shoved around though. But
Wait, when?
Don't shove with me.
No. In the carnival, like when.
Oh
when they-
yeah, the
yeah.
Zoes.
They ain't shoving
Nah,
me.
the Zoes get lit.
Shout out to the Zoes.
Nah, heavy shout out to the Zoes. The Zoes get lit.
They get crazy. Like even Labor Day, like they're a different type. I'll say this. Last time I went to Labor Day parade, and I was by the Haitians, and people was getting stabbed. They were shooting, but the thing about that type of shit was happening, but it happened in its own little section, and people were like,
Not
what the
surely
fuck?
did.
And then like, but it didn't kill no vibes though.
Bro, because that's how.
little-
No,
a
because
little
let me
too
tell you
crazy.
this. No. Let me tell you this because that's how.
The thing with Carnival, like the thing with
No,
Carnival, everything,
what I think about
everything is
Carnival is
on the
Carnival's
road. That's what it
vibes.
is.
Okay.
So if you've been to New York,
Yeah.
it's the Parkway.
Okay.
So that whole Parkway is nothing but trucks. Usually every island has their own truck.
Okay.
The truck is filled with the biggest speakers. Like
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
you can
You
feel
can
it
feel
down
it
the
in your
street. Down the
chest.
street,
Yeah.
you can feel it punching you.
Like legitimate concert.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a legitimate
Right,
concert. And
But like,
everybody
imagine
just-
like 10
every-
concerts happening at the same time.
everybody
Like,
We
what-
feeling like
surrounded-
gelatin.
You guys
bro.
ever been to? This bad question. You ever been to Warped Tour?
Warped Tour?
No, but I've
Not
always
me.
wanted
That shit's
to.
fun. It sounds just like that. That's what you.
Bro, but
Warped
like
Tour, you
imagine
said?
that, but like you have to walk the entire time.
Yeah. So
Pardon?
the
Yes,
truck is driving up the
bro.
street and everybody's
Oh,
following the
that's
truck.
fire.
Everybody's
Shit.
following
Yes.
the truck. In the
And
middle
the
of
truck
And you're
stops?
dancing while you're
Yeah.
walking.
Yeah, I fuck with
Bro,
that.
when I tell
So-
you Carnival is an experience that you can't like, oh my God, like I could go on hours talking about Carnival. I fucking love Carnival.
I can't glaze over the fact that he just said like earlier, like, it's a little too crazy. Like, there's someone expressing something, being like, "Oh, it was crazy," but he said it's a little too crazy.
Yeah, no, like they're
Nah,
like,
Just
I don't trust you, man.
No, just when I say a little too crazy, just like expect the unexpected.
yeah, definitely.
That's all I'm
definitely
saying. Expect the unexpected. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Nah, Carnival
You
is.
know what I'm saying?
Carnival
Like,
is
it's just-
vibes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's one of those
Absolutely.
things that
Bro,
you'll be
August
walking and
30th,
somebody
I think,
pull up next to you with a pipe.
Boston Carnival.
Something like.
Oh, yeah,
it's just a lot
End of
it's
August.
so
Just
much
look for the
shit
end of
going on.
August. Boston Carnival, Juve in Boston. Definitely go to Juve.
Go to
I'm
Juve.
going to Juve.
Go to Juve.
Go to Juve. It's early in the morning. You gotta wake up early. You get covered in paint, covered in powder. It's freaking amazing, huh?
Juve.
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 He said jail.
The jail.
Juve morning.
I mean, I
Jail.
don't know what type of time you on. son.
Well.
I don't know if they have carnivals in jail. If they are, that's not the one I would go to.
Yeah, no. You don't want to go to that carnival. You don't. You don't.
Or maybe
Oh,
Juve.
I get the joke. Nah.
Yo, listen. I'm telling you this, right? Carnival, Juve, Bear Gal, Bear People, like it's just an amazing experience. There's mad trucks. Apparently this year there's about to be a bunch of new trucks that have never been seen before. There was a bunch of trucks that were like the traditional trucks, but now this year they have a bunch of new bands. I was on Facebook talking trash about them, but in all honesty, I'm very excited. No. I'm very excited to see what these new trucks have to bring to the table, because also Carnival, one thing about Carnival's a big business. And it's like people that are traditionally in Carnival, like traditionally do this shit, like they're very serious about it. So these new trucks, I'm like intrigued, like, oh, what are y'all about to bring? Like, what are y'all about to do? Is this gonna be the new trend? Is this what we're gonna do? Like, let's see what it's giving. You know, like I'm very excited. And I'm excited to see what DJs they bring to the table also. Like genuinely excited to see what DJs they put on the road, what they put on the trucks, because I personally feel like they be picky and stingy with some of the DJs. Personally. Yeah.
Favoritism is not a
No,
good.
favoritism is real in Boston. Like, I'm not gonna act like it's not. Like, I really wish that there was a lot more DJs that got given an opportunity, you know. And, you know, I won't act like there's been a couple of trucks that have been given an opportunity. Like, I feel like Misfit. That's one band I know off the top of my head that's given DJs an opportunity. Like, but, you know, like, even still within that, it's still been popular DJs. So I'm like, I know me personally, I have a couple of friends that I would love to see on a truck. Just because I know that, like, his Soca folder is crazy. Especially if he played on Juve, his Jab
Oh, man.
folder is crazy. And I'm just like, bro, people need to put him on. People need to put on a lot of DJs. I'm not going to name no names just because I don't want to get into the politics
We
of
ain't got
Boston,
no.
DJ.
We ain't got no time for that.
We
It's
don't
all
got-
good.
Damn, I already named names.
No, I'm not gonna name names. I'm not gonna name
Jasper?
names.
You know this guy lived in the suburbs, man. Do you hang out with a lot of producers as well?
Producers? No, not really. Unfortunately, like I kind of wish I did. He's like,
'Cause
he's
you
one
three are all
producer.
producers, right?
Yeah, he's one producer I know.
All three of you guys.
Wait, what'd you say?
You said all three of you guys are producers, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So these are the two producers that I know personally, but other than I mean I know Tone, but I'm not very familiar with Tone.
Shout out Tone.
Name
Yeah,
names.
I'm not. Yeah, you know. But I'm not like personally familiar with Tone, but I've been around him. Like he used to be part of another sound that was connected to my sound. This is a whole lot of sound politics. He was part of Tribal Sounds. And
Shout out Tribal Sounds.
Tribal sounds? Is that like jungle music?
no, Tribal Sounds doesn't even exist anymore. Tribal Sounds dispersed, and they all are part of different sounds. Like my boy Lewis, part of Street Vibes. Big up Street Vibes. I love y'all.
Shout out Street Vibes.
Heavy on the heavy on the shout out Street Vibes. But yeah,
Big
no,
ups.
they're all part of different sounds. They're all doing their like I know Tone's part of a different sound, I think. I don't know what sound he's part of now, but I also know that he's doing his own independent like producing thing.
Mhm.
So, you know, like he's working and shit. But yeah.
Oh yeah, nah, he's nice on the beat too. 'Cause it's interesting because me and him we used to go to high school together. 'Cause
Oh,
me back
word.
back then I was really depressed, so I didn't really talk that much. But like we had like this project where we had to make a beat. I forgot.
That's fire.
Yeah, we made a beat like because at the time he was producing and shit. So like we was able to get through with the project. You know what I'm saying? We all got A's and all that. But
Period.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you feel me? And what I really like about that like what's going on right now is like we all like have like a come up and like we literally see each other, like we see the growth, we see like
Facts,
the
facts.
achievements and all that, and no matter if we're not even where we want to be, it's about, you know what I'm saying, like little steps, little gains, you know, like what's the word, pyrrhic victory. So like
Yeah.
even though like you lose a lot in the process, whether it's people, whether it's your audience, whether it's just other things, you know, like how you come back, how you're resilient, it shows.
All in the comeback.
Yeah, it's all there.
Can you three talk about producing? So like first of all, like what type of genre of music do you guys even produce? And then well let's start with that.
Well, I could go. So I make now. I'm very multi-genre. Like I make bossa nova. I make trap. I make neo soul. Yeah, bossa nova is it's like blues and jazz mixed with like samba. So it was invented in 1960s. But yeah, it was
It's like
invented.
lounge type music?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying? I also make how you say, I'm starting to dive into Afrobeat and reggae because me, like, I'm growing into like an artist repertoire. So I feel like there's a lot of friends that I know who I'd be like, yo, I just be acting like RZA. I'd be like, yo, I think this beat would be good for you. I think this would be, you know, I'm just like Oprah, like, you gotta be, you gotta be, you gotta be.
You should.
I thought you were just
Yeah,
trying
you
to tap
did.
into your Nigerian roots.
Oh no, I already do. No, I already do. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I feel like I want to be like the next fella Kuti. You know what I'm saying? Out of Boston.
I have no idea what Fela Kuti
Fela
is.
Kuti, he's a Nigerian he's a Nigerian musician.
I knew
you
what
know what I'm
Fela
saying?
Kuti was.
But yeah,
I did.
I know a fella named
He
Kuti.
hit me. Like a long time ago, we talked about it.
Oh yeah.
Gammy, what about you?
A little bit of everything, you know. When I first started, I was making, you know, a lot of hip hop, rap beats, trap, stuff like that.
Typical nigga shit.
Yeah, typical nigga shit, you know what I'm saying? And then the thing about it was like I was getting listens from like people from like New York and stuff
Jamie
like
Foxx.
that.
Ooh.
And yeah, like I was doing that for a big minute, you know what I mean? And then I don't know if y'all know SD from that used to be from 300 with GBE. Like I had a song on his album at one point.
Oh, nice.
So, you know what I mean? I was doing a lot of different stuff. I was getting beats out to California, stuff like that. And then when I started DJing, you know what I'm saying? Like I was playing more like dancehall, reggae, soca, stuff like that. So I started tapping into that realm, and then I had a couple, you know, I like it's funny because Hot and Steamy Boy Dingo, everybody loves this guy, and like I had something with him like a couple years ago before like he became who he was, and a couple.
Now
other
you dead ass.
I'm so serious. I had some. I had he had jumped on one of my rhythms. Him and the regulars.
Are you dead ass?
I'm so serious.
Yo,
I'm so serious.
that's crazy.
This is a couple. This is probably like 2018 or so. So this is before like the zest like really steamed up how it is now.
Just so y'all know, Boy Dingo has a really which one?
Shout out
Hot
Boy
Steamy?
Dingo.
Yeah, hot,
Hot
steamy.
Steamy, yeah, Steamy. Like that's a really hot song. Like I just need y'all to understand that that's a
So-
really hot song.
So,
So for him to have a song with him,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
crazy.
So I just started DJing more so I can connect with certain artists. So I've been connecting with a lot of like the smaller island artists and stuff like that. So now building a repertoire. So like when I get back to like producing heavy, I can. I got some rhythms for you. What you think? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So, but a little bit of everything, man. Like, gotta just be open to doing everything. So just.
And you feel like DJing kind of help build your musicality more and like your I don't know, like music IQ.
Nah, not really. When I listen to music, I listen to it in a producer ear. So I'm listening to how the drums are moving,
Me too.
how they hitting. And, like I mix and master on my beat, so I'm listening to how like certain things are hitting. I'm listening to how the instruments are laid together, stuff like that. Like I just always liked music, and I always was, I always knew music. You know what I'm saying? Like when I first like kind of got into DJing, I was more like, I pulled up to a party and like they playing music off of whatever, and I was put on my iPod and I put on a playlist that I got, and like parties rocking off a playlist.
But you said
You know what I'm saying?
But you said that you didn't start getting into like making rhythms until you started DJing, because like so didn't like DJing kind of maybe make you explore your musical taste a little bit more?
It did, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I've always like wanted to dabble in like making rhythms and stuff like that, but at the time, like the people that I was really around, like at the time, I was running with people who was rappers and stuff like that, and like I was on some RZA stuff, like I got this beat, but it was getting to a point where I was putting my all and putting all this energy into people who wasn't really trying to do the same thing, and then they started moving weird, they started moving funny, like, you know what I mean, like you're supposed to be my people, but yet, you know what I'm saying, I'm holding you down with free beats, free studio time, free everything, and like you going paying other people for, you buying beats off lines, you buying studio time from other people, stuff like that, you know what I mean. So I was around that for a long time, for a very long time, and like, you know what I'm saying, like, so it got to a point where it's just like, all right, whatever, and then I'm you know what I'm saying, as I'm DJing, as I'm just listening to nothing but Caribbean music for the most part, you know what I'm saying, it's like, I'm gonna start producing Caribbean music, like, fuck it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like that, and it's like, when Caribbean music, you can kind of like, cause it's a rhythm, you know what I'm saying? You have one rhythm, you can have 10, 6, 7 artists on that one rhythm, you know what I'm saying? Versus when it comes to rappers, it's not normally like that, you know what I'm saying? This one person gotta like it, you know what I'm saying? He may or may not mess with it, or whatever the case may, you know what I mean? So it's like, it just made more sense, you know what I mean? But that didn't close my ideas of just like what I was gonna make. It just, you know what I'm saying, it started to make more sense for the most part.
Sorry. That kind of low-key producing kind of came out of necessity for me. I've been playing guitar since I was like 8 years old.
Nice.
Y'all ever heard of the group Tavares?
You said Tavares?
Yeah. Heaven Must Missing an Angel. All that. So my dad was their bass player for a long time.
Ooh.
Yeah, he was he went to Berkeley. He's from Roxbury, right?
Period.
Yeah.
Heavy on the rock.
Shout out Roxbury.
So like, when I'm a kid, he's teaching me all this stuff, like the complicated shit. He's teaching me like he played it. Y'all know where New Hope is, right? New Hope
New
Baptist
Hope.
Church,
I don't think
Tremont Street.
Yeah.
Well, at least it was. Anyways, it's gone now. Church. Anyways, yeah, he would be playing at church all the time, and I remember as a kid, and he was teaching me again the complicated shit. Like I'm talking about, like theoretically, like nines, sevens, diminished chords, all this shit. I'm like fucking 10 years old, and I just kept finding myself wanting to pick this back up, even though he wasn't that good of a teacher. He'd be like. I'd be trying to form my hands in this shit, and he'd be like, "Why are you doing it like that? It's not how you're supposed to do it. Like, why can't you? It's very simple."
So like a typical black dad.
Low key, like. Just,
What are you, stupid?
I felt dumb. I felt dumb. Right, but so yeah, and then so I'm in so like at this point I'm in Lynn, right?
City of Sin.
Yeah, like low key to me melting pot of Massachusetts. Like they're honestly to me in my head like there's like 20% white people. The rest are like
in the
Dominicans,
worst way.
Cambodians. Like no, I mean
No, like in the best way, but like also in the
you
worst
just
way.
said the worst way. So I'm playing now, like low key.
I'm sorry.
No. I'm playing. I love it. But so by the time I was 9, 10, I moved to Swampscott, and then that's when I joined my first band when I was like in.
It was rock and roll, wasn't it?
It was a little bit of everything, but mostly rock and roll. Yeah. So like I combined the two influences, right? And that's when I discovered y'all know the Chili Peppers, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Wait, so
I
you
love the Chili
combine gospel and
Gospel, R&B, and funk, right?
I mean, like if
With-
you do funk, like I feel like a lot of people that did funk also like very much started in the church.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
definitely started in the church.
I didn't play in church.
Oh yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
That's not even like a wild concept.
It's kind of like a staple.
You literally.
Yeah, like I didn't play in church. I was real little, and so like I learned I remember this vividly. My first band, we were playing. We got together. This is like 7th grade, and my boys were like, "Hey Jermaine, we learned this new song. We can start playing." And I'm like, "What is it?" And he goes, "You heard of Brain Stew by Green Day?" I'm like, "No," and it was like the simplest fucking thing. I'm like, "Oh, this is gonna be fucking easy." And like this, whatever. Because thanks to him, just my dad just teaching me good shit. So I always wanted to. That's literally all I wanted to do was just be a guitar player in a band. I didn't care what band. Like my funk, R&B, and gospel, like my go-to. Right, those are my chops. Right. My dad, like, he would tell me stories about when he would tour with Tavares, who would tour with like James Brown and Aretha Franklin and shit. And he didn't tell me that until I was later. I'm like, yo, that's wild.
That's
so like,
very wild.
so he would teach me like that kind of stuff. But kind of, when you go from band to band, right? Like it's people drop out because of different interests. Maybe they don't see it as seriously as you do. Maybe they just don't care as much. Maybe they have something else going on. But then you just hop from band to band. That shapes who you are.
so you were hopping from band to band.
No, like I wanted one, but people just kind of ducked out.
But you ended up going from band to band.
Yeah.
So it's like you became a slut, but you didn't want to.
I knew you were gonna say some shit. I knew you were gonna say
Band
I
something.
slut.
saw it coming. I saw him moving up to that.
Shout out
too.
to all the band sluts, man.
But you didn't want to be one. You
Shout
wanted
out to the
you
DJ
wanted to be
sluts
like a
too,
virgin.
you
You
out
wanted,
there.
I wanted
you wanted a long-term
I wanted
relationship.
I wanted one long term.
Because they
But-
out there.
My main thing was playing football. That's what I want. I chased the NFL for like ever, right? Went through college and grad school, just busting my ass there. But I knew if whatever the fuck happened, I will still have music. NFL never panned out. That's fine. Came back here. The last band I was with was my boy with my boy Angel. Call him Lando. Shout out Lando.
Shout out Lando.
He's
Shout out
a
Lando.
godsend. And he was like, "Hey, like I met up with one of my boys. His name is Big Cat. Shout out Big Cat. Yeah, we can record all of our songs." I'm like, okay. And they wanted to do like more like a collective thing. You can think Wu-Tang, you can think Odd Future. That was like their biggest influences, right?
I love Odd Future.
Low key, like they loved. We all kind of like we all kind of like you know, connected off honestly NERD or like Pharrell type shit. So I'm like, okay, we can vibe with that. So we started making music together, but like that was when I first was introduced to Logic Pro, and
That's what I use.
yeah,
Shout out Logic Pro.
shout out Logic,
Shout out everything. Period.
shout out Steve Jobs, right? And then like, so then we started recording off that, and so that's when I started really getting obsessed with like learning how to mix and like balance sounds and everything. It's like, you know, I would go from, you know, recording guitar tracks to vocals, plugging in the bass and just start rocking on that, programming the drum track, and then like really started learning how to like balance frequencies and everything, and then adding like little things, and that's how it kind of really sparked into like me doing my solo stuff. Because as much as I like, I'm in a group Level Third. Shout out Level Third. Say it. Say the thing you say.
That's a level 3rd.
Wait, what's it called?
Shout out Level Third.
Shout out Level
Yep,
Third.
respect. So we would just mix, produce, and write all of our shit, promote, and everything, right? So then, like, that obsession really kind of grew to me just in my room, just hours just learning how to, like, you
Yeah.
probably know exactly what I'm talking
because
about.
sometimes that's where it all starts. Because me, like, when I really started, like, I used the DJ app.
Yeah.
I called it's called Edging. Shout out Edging. But anyway, it's called. Like the way it's spelled, it's like in the middle, it's like DJ. So it's like when you open the app, there's like
Good for them.
two turntables. So like I'm already like looking at like firsthand like oh okay, this is interesting. So what I did was I just like took like drums and I took like samples and I would put them on two different like turntables and I would play that at the same time. And I would play like, you know, whatever, and I would just EQ it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know what I mean, like
It's little things, too.
little
Yeah,
things.
like I hate like mentioning this, but like my boy Rob, this like when I came back from college, I got a part-time gig at Guitar Center. I met it with my boy Rob. Rob was part of this band called Fireworks, right? They were like a pop punk band, and I told you earlier today, like
Shout out Fireworks.
shout out Fireworks. you'll geek off this. Like he would low key just tell me, oh yeah, we toured with Paramore a couple years. I'm like, are you
nice.
fucking kidding me, bro? I'm like, yo, what? You're just now telling me this? That's not the same people. But it's not. Hey, listen, you tried very hard. Right, and like he went to school at UNS Lowell for like mixing and engineering and everything. But like I wasn't like cool. Can you tell me more about this Paramore thing? And
Oh wait. Fuck UMass Lowell, UMass Dartmouth.
yeah, okay.
Well,
Respect.
I mean,
Shout out Dartmouth.
UMass Boston. I know I owe y'all money, but you know.
And stop sending me like a donation thing every year. I can't. No. But he was really good at this shit, right? Engineering. So he taught me like everything he knew, and so that's when I really started getting into producing. Like I would,
That's crazy.
and like I'm a songwriter, right? So that's like I'll hear a song and I'm like I'll hear my boys or hear somebody I met. I'm like I can hear them on this song, and so I'll write it and like ask them to come through and record it. So like I think in that same aspect, you're both very similar.
Most cases, most producers, songwriters.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to envision. You gotta be able to envision like, all right, who can I hear on this? How can I hear him do this? So on and so forth. So a lot of the times, producers or songwriters or rappers or artists or whatever the case may be. So not wrong.
It also speaking of like, you know how most artists or DJs, they would have like influences or like people before them, you know, who was really doing it that they kind of like, you know, how you say like admire. What would be like? Do you have any influences, and if so, like who would be?
That's a long list.
All right, at least 5.
5
Yeah.
producers.
Yes. If not 5, then 3.
Definitely Pharrell's is a big influence for me, just cause like
Bro,
his style is just so.
he
out of this world.
dominated the radio for like a whole decade.
Definitely.
Nah, he really did. That's
Whole
kind of
decade.
crazy. Bro.
60%.
You can play an hour worth of music, stuff he produced straight, and it'll be all hits.
All
Yeah,
hits.
Max.
Like all
All
hits.
hits. Like it's across the board. You know what I mean? From different genres, everything. Yeah, definitely him. Kanye's
Really?
another one.
What?
Wait, really?
Whoa.
Pharrell Williams made "Slave for You" by Britney
Wait,
Spears.
so in the beginning, like,
I'm a-
dun, 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 dun,
So,
dun.
no, every single time you hear dun, 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 that's him.
That's him. Yep. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Shout out to
Nah, that's
Pharrell.
kinda crazy.
Shout out to Nerds too. Yeah, but yeah.
Shout out to Pharrell and that new song he just did with Tyler and 21 Savage.
Oh, I had to listen to that. I didn't even listen to it yet.
Finish that list.
Producers. Kanye is definitely one of them.
Oh yeah.
Just
Me too.
because, like, for so long, everybody was counting him out. Everybody was doubting him.
Nah,
what he was-
musically he a genius.
And Gemini.
exactly. And he
He a
kept
crazy
pushing.
Gemini though.
And
Shout out to all the
and he
Geminis.
kept pushing. So
Big facts.
that's definitely one of them. Dre,
Oh, okay.
Dr. Dre.
First song I hear when you hear Dr. Dre.
The first song I hear.
First song you hear when you hear Dr. Dre.
I hear Chronic.
Next episode.
Anything from that. Just about anything from that album.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Bro,
forgot about Dre.
that's literally all
Let's
that was
see.
playing in my head the whole time I was talking. Bro.
Explosive.
Damn,
Like
that's
it's still DRE.
Yeah.
Like,
Bro, all I can hear is Eminem's part. In my head.
everything.
I wish I could spit it like how I used to, bro. I used to spit that shit like crazy.
Most of my influence are just producers who really birthed a lot of careers and molded we just molded stuff in the music. That's
And made different styles too, because even back at that time, right? Dre, like the way he would make, you know what I'm saying, like his beats and shit, like he would get, you know, obviously the records, the samples, and he would like, you know, play like the drums, you know, but at the same time, like he would add like the like it's like a stamp of like the West Coast, like
the worms.
little, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, and that right there, like I feel like it definitely it set like some sort of like bar, you know, and especially it also like left like a big impact on the West Coast and East Coast,
time.
well, worldwide
Big time.
now. You know what I'm saying? Because
And-
now you can see them like crip walking on in the what is it called? There was crip walking in what is that shit called? I don't even watch the shit, but it's, you know, the football thing. And
There's
that's
so many football things.
no, you know what I'm talking about. Fuck it, doesn't matter. But
Oh, the halftime show.
yeah, the halftime
Yeah,
show.
yeah,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was lit. It was lit. No bullshit. And it was like
fire.
just seeing that, you know what I'm saying? And also like especially knowing where it came from and how like
Yeah,
the
'cause
Who would have thought?
it's crazy.
Who would have thought? Like they came a long like halftime shows are usually extravagant of just like pop shit.
they knew
Oh,
they
yeah.
And then all of a sudden they
And then
went,
yo, I'm sorry.
probably most watched shit.
Yeah.
To me. Like not to me. It was the Chili Peppers and Bruno Mars. That shit was crazy.
Oh yeah, it was lit. And they had 50 Cent come out. It was like, and I'm like, yo, wait, hold up. That's not 50 Cent, cause this nigga looked too big. Like he looked like he ate a bear. Like nigga, like. But
know.
yeah.
But
I heard about that.
on that note, let's take a small break and we right back.